Hello everyone, welcome back. If you've been here before, you know the drill. Like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure to definitely like this video. I don't know if you've all noticed that YouTube now has a thing when the poster or the creator says like, comment, share, subscribe, that you should see the like button highlight. So it's working in our favor. So thank you, YouTube. I like that. I noticed that the other day. If you are new here, welcome, welcome. Don't be shy. Come on in, grab a seat. Hope you have your tea, and let's suss out the vibes. Today, you see the thumbnails, you see the title. You know, today I am going to be doing a reading on, oh God, I'm going to butcher this name. Hold on. Is Zhao, Lusi, and Wu Lei. They recently got married, and a lot of people was kind of like, of course you have the naysayers and you have those who are happy that the two are married. These two were co-stars in a show called Love Like the Galaxy, and I at least know Zhao Lusi from a couple of different shows. She's been in a couple of what we would call here in America like rom-com, dramedy, romance, like films and shows, and so I'm pretty familiar with her character, and not so much Wu Lei, just because I think I've probably seen two shows of him. One of them involving Love Like Galaxy, and the other one something about billiards. I think I don't remember the name of it, but seem to be pretty good actors. A lot of people said these two had really good chemistry, and they did or should win a lot of awards for Love Like the Galaxy. A lot of people speculated that these two were together because of the chemistry that they had on set, but they were trying to keep a lot of it under wraps. So I don't know if people in mainland China or here or whatever, if people know how long or have speculated how long these two have been dating, or if they started dating when they met on the set of Love Like the Galaxy. But I'm personally interested in this reading, kind of similar to the Song couple. These are two big actors, actresses in their own right. They're kind of like the big young up and coming actors over in China. And so I wanted to see kind of like what's I guess like the basis of this relationship. Is it really love here, or is it for show, essentially? Is it a PR relationship? I don't know how often those happen over in China, but I know here, at least I would say in Korea too, but at least here in America, that happens quite a lot. So before I get into the reading though, for the Zhao Lusi couple, I don't know how you all say it. I just butchered that. I know I did. But before I get into the reading for this spectacular couple, make sure you read the notice or the disclaimer along the bottom of the screen here that states all statements made are alleged for entertainment purposes only, okay? I'm doing this reading on real people, but I do want there to be a distinction, essentially, that these are real people. I am an intuitive reader, and my intuition sometimes may be incorrect, or I may be misinterpreting what I'm getting through the channels from spirit, from the universe, from God, from goddess, whoever, spirit, whoever you claim it to be. So I may be getting something different here. And if you're wondering, what do you mean by reading? What I mean is a tarot reading. I use tarot cards to divine, to kind of like get intuitive hits, to meditate on and understand the messages that I'm getting through from the universe, from spirit, from my higher self, from my ancestors, from God, goddess, whoever, etc., my spiritual team, to kind of give you all the deets, or maybe some explanation, some clarity around the readings that I do. But in lieu of that, tarot is not the end all be all, and this is what I was alluding to earlier. Tarot is just a tool I use to kind of interpret messages because I am an intuitive reader. I would say, even if you are going to a medium, a seer, if you're going to an astrologer, always exercise the power of discernment, because sometimes biases leak through, sometimes again, miscommunication, mistranslation, misinterpretation could come through. So you always have to be careful and use your power of discernment. I would say using that just not in like in the spiritual spaces, but also in your everyday life. Your power of discernment is the greatest power, lesson, tool you can utilize and exercise in your everyday life. Okay, so I'm here to help you build that up. Essentially, make sure you utilize that. Also, in light of this, because I use astrology, divination, tarot, numerology, geomancy, cartomancy, whatever you want to call it, devil's magic, black magic, whatever you want to call it. If this is something that does not resonate with your spirit, here's your moment in time in this video to click off if you haven't already. Please do not stay here and, you know, spread your negativity. I don't want it. I send it back to you ×3 because this is a fun, clear, light space. We're on equal frequency here. I don't want anything breaking that down. So find something else on the corner and recesses of YouTube and enjoy. Okay, bon voyage. For the rest of you all who are okay with divination and astrology and tarot and all of that, all of the woo-woo, the mystical, we're going to continue forward, okay? But I just want you all to know what tools and things like that that I use and what to expect going forward, okay? So I think I got my little spill out the way. So I'm going to go ahead and shuffle. And we're going to get into this reading. So I had a lot of cards fall, so I'm not counting any of these. Okay, I feel like this wants to come out. What is that? King of Swords. Okay, so I have one that fell to the side here, and this is the 9 of Cups. And for him, we have the Fool. Yeah, this is giving some young puppy love. Ooh, but it looks like they may have rushed in. Is that good? I don't know why to me it looks blurry. Could just be me. But anyways, so for Zhao Lusi, we have the 9 of Cups here, and usually this speaks to wish fulfillment. But I do like in this particular deck, in the Divine Tarot, it showcases two couples, you know, the guy is dressed up as a woman because he had to sneak in to see his lover because men were not welcomed in the compound, you know, typical thing you will see in like ancient times, trying to keep the woman and the man separated because, you know, women were property and they were meant for childbearing. You can't raise the next generation of somebody's bloodline if, you know, another person has had children with them, etc., etc. So I kind of like the story aspect of this more so when it comes to this reading, because it does read very romantic. It kind of reads like forbidden love, maybe. Again, and this may be, I don't know how people over in mainland China feel about these two being together, but at least online from what I've seen, a lot of people are like, oh, you know, very excited that these two are dating. So this does read like very young romantic love. What do I need to do to make this happen? Which is understandable because they're still kind of like in that newlywed phase. So far, at least from her side, things look pretty authentic. And then we get to him and we have the Fool, and typically when I see the Fool in romantic cards, in romantic readings, I usually think of fools rush in. And I don't know if any of you ever seen that movie, Selma Hayek and the guy who used to play Chandler, I think, on Friends was in there. I forget his name. But, you know, I think a fool's rush in, you know, something hot, fast, burning quick, probably jumping the gun a little bit, kind of head over your heels. So it's not necessarily bad with the Fool. And everything I just said is like doubled or like solidified, because then we have the Knight of Swords here. And the Knight of Swords, if you don't know, in tarot is like the fastest knight, you know, air is quick moving. So with me, with the Knight of Swords being here underneath, it feels like, okay, they rushed into this. But it could also be maybe proving, they feel like they have to prove their love or show to people like, hey, this can happen, this is possible. Maybe they have kind of ran the risk a little bit, but not looked into it too deeply. They were just kind of like maybe surface level of stuff of like, well, we like this and we like this and we like this, and we already know we don't like this about each other, so we might as well. So I'm sorry if you hear the helicopter. So it definitely brings kind of like newlywed bliss with that underlying current of like, okay, well, these things could crop up and potentially cause problems. I don't like that I have these as the underlying cards though. If you've never seen my readings before, I like to read the underlying cards, the cards at the bottom of the deck, because it usually gives me like underlying energy. And one of the cards that I see underneath is the Eight of Swords in reverse. And usually to me, this is like sheep's and wolf clothing. This could be, you know, pulling the wool over someone's eyes. This could be blindness. It could be maybe like a sense of duality. You don't see the other part of this person. It also can speak to things of like a victim of circumstances, hopelessness. I don't know why that would come up for them. And then I also have the Five of Swords, which usually speaks to like very bitter grief. Sometimes it could also speak to things like depression. It could speak to things of like mental clarity being needed because you can't see your way out of something. But it is a very big grief card. So let's see if I can get more details. Everything else on the surface looks bubbly, but I don't know why underneath it's coming up like that. What grief is coming up? Is it from the public maybe? First things first, we have memory. I'm just going to move these up. Okay, so I had a bunch of things. So we also have reveal here. We have Cancer in the reverse. And then we also have the energy card. And I'm going to move these over so you can see the underlying pile here on the side. Just a little bit. There we go. That should work. Okay. See, okay, communication. So with the communication, the reveal card here, something about memory. It could be something linking to the past. It could be something dealing with maybe somebody's mother. Somebody isn't quite appearing who they seem to be, and that's going to be a bit of a heartache here. And I want to be clear, this is not necessarily saying that whatever the secrets or the duplicity is in this relationship, it doesn't mean that it has to be something that breaks them. I think it's something you typically go through when you are in a relationship with somebody. You see different sides, different facades of them that you probably didn't know before. Certain things about them you didn't see or you didn't know that comes about. Even if you were married to somebody for 30 plus years, there's still some sides of them, or parts of them that you're still getting to know, because we you know, as humans, we never just stay stationary. Like, yeah, a lot of the core factors, core features probably stay the same, but you know, people change over time because you live life, you know, different opinions and things like that can happen. So hopefully this isn't something of like some narcissistic behavior, or you know, a big secret that could potentially break the relationship. It could be something just as light as like, oh, well, I didn't know you're typically like a loner and I like to go outside, you know, I'm a what they call it, I'm an extrovert and you're an introvert, and I thought you were more of an introvert when we met, you know, I mean, or an extrovert when we met, and so this is different, that I see this side of you. It could be something as simple as that. So yeah, so we have that, and then we also have instinct as the other underlying card. But I'm going to go back to this pile here. So we have memory, which again to me makes me think of, you know, something in the past that could potentially come up, or, you know, be revealed here. As you do have the reveal card here as well. It could speak to something maybe someone never forgot or moved on from, and that's going to be something that comes up. The care with this, with the care being also the Cancer card, which also alludes to lunar energy. You know, again, I've said this in previous readings, sometimes the moon to me speaks to secrecy, things not quite appearing what they seem to be, things being hidden, kind of like an illusion of sorts. But also with the care here coming up in reverse, it may be kind of alluding to maybe somebody isn't as charming or loving or showing as much adoration as they once portrayed to be, kind of thing. So there seems to kind of probably be some pullback from that. And so then we have the energy card here. So to me, it feels like the relationship is kind of unbalanced, like somebody is in love more than the other person. And again, that's not saying it's necessarily a bad thing. Sometimes in relationships that work for people, everybody's relationship is different. But to me, especially with the energy, it's showing like the hummingbird sucking on the moon card. There's some kind of strain here, and I don't know if maybe it's coming from external influences that could put a strain on their relationship, and it's going to cause you know, some rift or some growing pains. Hopefully, if the two, you know, really do love each other and they really think that this relationship is worth it, they work through it. But, you know, if not, if, you know, it's something frivolous, even if they don't have that true connection or communication or foundation, trust, etc. within each other, then yeah, it is going to break this relationship apart. It could very well break it apart off of something so stupid and little. Yeah. And lastly, let's see if I get any additional information, Spirit. Can you provide me with additional information so let's see in this relationship? Okay, sorry, I went to stop shuffling, so these do not count. So we have the ladder climbing towards success. We also have sunrise, new creative ideas, new pathways, fresh start. We have a wall, misunderstanding. Let's see, can I clear that up for you? There's a misunderstanding coming. Can you see that? It says misunderstanding. So there's definitely some misunderstanding coming up. I don't know if it's a misunderstanding that they're going to have with the public or they have with each other. But I do want to note the cards that hit the table, but when I stop shuffling and they don't need to count, it has Cane, pay attention to your health. We have Bridge, successfully overcoming a problem. We have Table, hard work ahead. And Torch, spiritual development, enlightening, awareness, and understanding. Let's see, are we going to get any additional information? Okay, that was a whole book. Okay, I feel like that was it. Okay, so first things first, we had older man, dealings or relationship with the older man. Was she involved with somebody older back in the day? We also have dog far away, a distant friend is thinking of you. Something coming up in August. We also have dolphin, financial gain, usually coming from something you did in the past. We also have elephants. They got elephant twice. Elephant with the memory and then elephant in the tea leaves. So we have a long journey, either physical or mental, will leave you wiser at the end. And then we also have lobster, financial pinch. So obviously I think there is going to be some good things that come of this marriage, because of course I think, at least from what I've been getting online from people's feedback about these two being married, a lot of people seem to be like really rooting for them and really like that these two are married. So this may potentially open up more doors for them in regards to kind of like their career. Of course, there is going to be some people who don't like it. There may be some exes or something that may be coming out the woodworks. Maybe a few friends that's like, well, I didn't really think you was going to be with that person. I thought it was just a joke, or, I didn't think it was that serious or something like that. I do definitely think something from somebody's past behavior from one of them is going to come up, and it may potentially put a strain, a rift on their relationship, and they could potentially work through it. You can work through anything if both parties are willing to. So, it's just going to be some miscommunication, some misalignment going on here in the relationship. I think it's going to be a strain. And this, again, could come up in August, or this could come up like years down the road, They say the first 7 years of a marriage is the toughest. So I'm giving it anywhere between August of this year and 7 years. It's a reason why here in America we call it the 7-year itch. So, I'll give them that much of a time frame, because, I don't know these two like that to kind of like put a, oh, sorry, I'm hitting the mic, to put a definitive thing on this. This is just me picking up what I'm getting from the cards. It does look like a lot of great pathways are going to be opening up for them again, but yeah, I think there's going to probably be some work that's going to be happening with their personal versus their career. And I really wonder if somebody's going to pivot away from doing more romantic stuff, even though this kind of like maybe what they're known for, or like is the big money maker, but they may pivot away from it because they're trying to respect their relationship and not wanting to rock the boat or cause trouble. That could be something, but yeah, so far it looks like the couple seems to have something very common coming up. It just, a couple of bumps in the road, which is usual, whether you're in a relationship or, newlyweds and you're really getting to know another person. So it looks like they have a few bumps in the road, but all in all, it looks pretty hopeful. So we can always hope on that. We can always be happy for that. Someone's happiness. They just got married and everything. And people really seems to love this couple, at least in public. I don't know about in the industry. That may be a different thing. But yeah, let me know what you all think down in the comment section below. If you like this reading, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you would like to see more readings like this, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can see the next time I upload. And with that, if you have something more you think I could add or ask about this, because again, I just went into this blind, I just kind of wanted to know what was going on, leave it down in the comment section below. And with that, I wish you all a great day or night wherever you are, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.